in my opinion, and I think this has been said by a number of people in mental health professionals, that it just seems like the minimum for a cult leader is you got to be a sociopath. And many of them, and I've met them face to face, are in psychopaths. That's the only way that I can describe them. I mean, how do you describe someone like Keith Raniere, who had more than 50 women branded with a cauterizing iron and he watched video or, whatever.
And he got other women to do it.
And
he had other women doing it.
He got a doctor to do it.
Yeah.
He got a woman who was a DO to actually do it. She later lost her license, her medical license, but she was his devoted follower. And these women would lay on a gurney, and I met many of them. And this DO would use a cauterizing iron with no anesthetic and would engrave this brand on each woman's pelvis. And it was actually the initials of Keith Raniere, not very well disguised, but somewhat disguised. And so what he was doing was branding these women. I mean, what kind of a man does that? In my opinion, a psychopath. And so many of the cult leaders that we've seen are psychopaths. And when L. Ron Hubbard died and they did, the coroner's report, apparently there was a drug in his blood that has been described as a kind of psychiatric medication for, psychosis or mental problems.
Yeah.
So was Hubbard a psychopath? Many people think he was. And at the end, what is the message of L. Ron Hubbard at the end of his life?
Yeah.
I mean, he's described as this kind of Howard Hughes-like character with wild hair and long fingernails. And is this the ultimate end of the tech, that you end up like L. Ron Hubbard? Because in my experience, cult leaders are really duplicating themselves. Their assumption, and they're typically intensely narcissistic, is that I am the most evolved being or the best person on the planet. And I want everyone to be a clone of me. So my technology and what I'm doing is making people over to be just like me because I'm so wonderful. Yeah. And so if the leader is a psychopath and they end up crazy, what are they doing? They're making people into what? Not very nice people.
Yeah.
The end result of their training and what they're doing is to make people over into what they are, which very likely is a sociopath or a psychopath.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye!